I am so blessed to be able to do this with you guys day after day after day. And this is just a joy. It's a complete joy. And the more I get into the Tao Te Ching, the more I just enjoy doing this for you all. So I hope you're feeling that coming through the video. I hope that keeps you guys here and it helps you to engage with this in a way that will make your life better. So without anything else needing to be said, let's dive into chapter 13 of the Tao Te Ching, and the chapter is called No Self. Favor and disgrace both perturb. Honor and rank bring great calamity to self. Favor perturbs from above, disgrace from below. Gain and loss both perturb. I suffer great calamity from honor and rank, because I have a self. With no self, there is no calamity. Whosoever cherishes all under heaven as self can take charge of all under heaven. And whosoever loves all under heaven as self can be trusted with all under heaven. And as with many of these videos, I will also be reading the River Master's commentary from the John Minford version of the Tao Te Ching. So here it is. To win honor is to enter the realm of fear. Whosoever achieves rank and honor should beware of pride. Whosoever acquires wealth should beware of extravagance. I fear calamity because I have a self. With no self, what is there to fear? Without self, I attain the Tao with ease, soaring lightly through the clouds, roaming freely to and fro. In the space, which is no space, my spirit communes with the Tao. What calamity can befall me then? Woo-hoo-hoo. This one is great. This one makes me laugh. This is, again, in the same spirit of many of the most recent chapters, the idea of no self and how the self, and this is talking about the egoic self versus the infinite awareness of being, right? It's really this. In my mind, I imagine it as like the expanse of the universe versus this little person that I claim to be. That's the ratio that we're talking about, right? So it makes a lot of sense that when you're talking about the little person that I think is me, and I'm trying to protect this little person, and you have this vast expanse at your disposal almost, right? If you can only just access this, it really is like, it almost becomes like a no-brainer. It's like, why am I focused on this little version of what I think is me? And so I'm gonna go through this a little bit slowly. Favor and disgrace both perturb. Honor, rank bring great calamity to self. It's like if you get promoted or you get to this high level in your life, either at work or in your family or financially, and you get to this point where you think, wow, well, now I have all this stuff that I could potentially lose. And if I lose this, that's going to really hurt my egoic self because I've taken pride in these things. And the River Master mentions the pride piece, which I think is really, really interesting, because in the Bible, Jesus talks about pride as being a negative attribute, and something that you want to try to deter yourself from. And it's because that pride is coming from the egoic self. So if you can not allow that pride to flow up, or if you sense the pride flowing up, to make sure that you check it, and that you look a little bit, maybe you need to meditate on that a little bit and say, okay, why am I feeling prideful, right? The way I think about that too is like, if I start to feel pride, I think, well, that means that my little egoic self is taking credit for whatever's happening to me at this particular moment, right? And if you think about that, yeah, the little egoic self really has nothing to do with what's happening, right? I mean, to gain rank or to gain wealth, right? Usually it's because, first of all, you've got the blessing of breath in your lungs. You've got the blessing of existence in you're here, you're alive. Um, you've got these skills and these attributes of your personality, which you can't take any credit for, right? These are things that are just who you are, who you were born with, right? You've had all these experiences, most of which you probably didn't consciously choose for yourself or make happen. So, and then the circumstances of whatever has bestowed this wealth or rank upon you is probably well outside of your control, direct control. Maybe in some ways you've attracted that, but to take credit for it afterwards is really almost like kind of laughable, right? I mean, how much credit can you take for the well-being of any aspect of your life, really? And the answer is not much, right? Now, I'll flip my words here on that and say, although you can't necessarily take credit for the good things that happen to you, or you shouldn't anyway, because that's where the pride's coming from. If things aren't the way you want them to be in your life, I think you do have to take responsibility for those things, right? You have to take responsibility for like your perception of the world and what you're focusing on, because I think you do have some control over your awareness and where your attention goes, right? Your time and attention goes, and your time and attention, I think, dictates what the outcome of your life can be. If you put time and attention on trivial physical reality things, or things, people, and places, and the dramas thereof, right? So then you're going to get that experience more in your life, as opposed if you put your time and attention on learning about the Tao Te Ching, learning about the Tao, learning about the non-being, learning about meditation and how to drop the egoic self, right? Then you're going to get a different experience of your life. So I think there's a level of responsibility that you owe yourself if you're not living the life that you really want to live. With that also being said, though, I'm going to echo back to what I said initially, which is that the taking credit for the things that are going super well in your life is also, I think, probably something that you need to also check in on, meditate on, and spend some time with, because I don't think we can take credit for most of what's happening. I'm going to jump down to the River Master part here and just dissect this a little bit more. To win honor is to enter the realm of fear. I think that's profound to me. Like, when you gain honor, because now you've got this thing of value, especially because other people around you are probably valuing wherever you're at, the status, your financials, your maybe your relationships, right? So you've got the thing, right, whatever it is, and now others are like, oh man, that thing is awesome, I wish I had that thing. And then you start to value it more so, or identify it with it directly, and then from there you become fearful of losing it, right? And so this is where you have to harken back to this no self, right? This sense of, I am just a vessel here to serve, right? When you take that perspective, you find that you're not afraid. Whatever you have great, it's fun, it's fantastic. I don't identify with it, and tomorrow, if I were to lose it all, I would be still as joyful and peaceful as I am today. So that's the message there. But whosoever achieves rank and honor should be aware of pride, right? Whosoever acquires wealth should beware of extravagance, right? So taking that wealth and just blowing it out to the world and saying, hey, look at me, I'm so awesome, look at all the money I have. That's the quickest way to lose all your wealth. That's why a lot of lottery winners don't necessarily keep their wealth for a long period of time, because they don't know how to manage it, and have probably went to a level of extravagance that was too much. I fear calamity because I have self. With no self, what is there to fear? And that is the reality, guys. If you can get out of this idea of like, I'm this little egoic person, and I'm like, and you're just this boundless awareness of if you can get to this no self perspective, nothing can come against you. I attain the Tao with ease, soaring lightly through the clouds, roaming freely to and fro, in the space which is no space, that's the internal self, my spirit communes with the Tao. What calamity can befall me then? And that is it. That is it. That's chapter 13. Man, these chapters are just fire. Absolute fire. If you enjoyed this, if this resonated with you, please like and subscribe to the channel. This has been, again, a fantastic journey for me, and I'm glad to have you along with me on this journey. This is the Boundless Sovereign YouTube channel. We are focused primarily, exclusively on holding the mirror up for you so that you can see yourself in some of these books and in some of these perspectives that I'm sharing, and that you're able to internalize them and use them in your own life. And ultimately, the better you get internally, the better your outward experience becomes, and the better it is for everybody around you, right? So then that becomes a ripple effect for the world at large. So that's the intent. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, and we will see you in chapter 14.